Okay, maybe we start from who want to give the answer. No, let's see. Price? Which price? Okay.
Price.
What is your, when you meditate, what happened to your mind? Relax? Maybe it's too relaxed. I noticed that you were sleepy. If your mind is too relaxed and you didn't follow the breathing, then you're lost. You're getting sleepy. Okay? So you have to more in control of your mind, more alert. You have to balance your alert with relax. If you're too much relaxed, then you're sleepy. So you have to keep alert. So you can use the method, maybe do the counting, breathing in, 1, out, 1, in, 2, out, 2. In 4, out 4, in 5, out 5. And then start again. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Okay? So that keep you alert without sleepy. If you not give the mind anything to do, it will go all over the place and then you go to sleepy. So you have to find a skillful mean. Try to keep the mind on the subject. Okay? What else? Bay. Who is Bay?
Which Bay?
มี2 Bay เหรออ๋อ
Just only Bay วันมี Bay เดียวเนี่ย
Bay ธนัท Bay ธนัทอ๋อ Who is Bay ไม่อยู่อ๋อได้ Okay. So when you meditate, what is your mind? Did you able to keep your mind on the breathing?
Yeah, I did. It was 5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay. And then what happened?
And then my legs hurt. So.
Okay. So that's a second obstacle, the pain. Actually, the pain itself is not a problem, but the reaction to the pain. The feeling, I don't want to be hurt. So you want to push it away, and your mind feel irritated, not peaceful. So what do you do when you have that?
I stretch.
Huh?
I stretch.
Stretch your leg?
Yeah.
Oh. Is it help?
Not really.
Okay. So, in the beginning, it might feel pain because you are not used to sitting cross-legged on the floor, right? At your home, you normally sit on the chair, right? I think this is the problem of people these days because they're not used to sitting like this. So your joint, your muscle are not adapt to this sitting posture. So one way of doing that is to do some exercise, like yoga exercise. So is you have any exercise class? Okay, I think as a monk you can do some basic exercise to help stretching. Okay, one posture that I find useful is to do the butterfly. You know how to do the butterfly posture? You put the feet together like this and like, put the feet together. Yeah.
So you can try.
Let's try. Be careful you don't expose yourself. Okay, but if you can do that, it's helpful for relaxing, especially the joint, the hip joint. It makes you sit longer without much pain. Okay, so the joint that is you're supposed to be relaxed is the hip joint, not the knee joint. Okay, the knee joint is the structure of the knee is to move this way, not this way. So if you try to force your knee to bend, and then you got the problem. Some people are forcing the knee, and then they ruin the knee. Many monks they force themselves. So what joint do you want to? Hip joint, because the hip joint is a socket. Right? If you look at the structure, so it can move around like this. So if you stretch the hip joint, then is more flexible and we can sit longer without painful. So if you want to sit longer without pain, when you go back to your heart, your kuti, you can use this butterfly. Whatever you're reading, you're chanting, or whatever you do, you just do like this. Butterfly flapping the wing. And then try to make sure that your knee are touching the ground. Okay? So you do more and more. And once you're able to do that, then the next step is to touch your forehead in front.
Or you can try.
Okay,
Twice,
see.
you can try
Slowly, little bit by bit, not to force it. Just a little bit at a time. You do it a little bit more each time you do it. Okay, try this. So this is very useful. Some yoga exercise help you to sit longer without pain. It's help in if you sit short and then you got pain, then you not enjoy sitting. The things about this is meditation is actually very joyful if you know how to do it. If you have a proper position, sit is quite very good. You can sit and you can forget about everything, focus on the breathing. Your mind is peaceful, and then a lot of joy, and basically you breathe out. This is the privilege to sit and watch it. Not everybody do that, but you got everything you need to be done, taken care of. You don't worry about what we're gonna eat tomorrow. We don't have to worry about how to earn the living. We keep the precept. Our precept is much higher, so we are free our time and space to focus on this. So this is like a peak of everything. Of the people, 7 billion in the world, very few people who have this privilege of able to sit still and with themselves. Just study how can they be happy. Just straightforward. Don't have to rely on any material thing. Not only on when I get that, I will be happy. When I do that, I will be happy. But right here and now, how can I cultivate myself? So this is the good skill to learn. Just to how to sit, meditate for a longer time. So you can do that every day. Do these things and touch your forehead down there. That's a simple exercise. So that's one of the hindrances. Is called payapata, ill will. Actually, the pain of the body is bearable, but the mental pain is more painful. When you say I shouldn't have pain, so the mind is more struggle. So if the pain is just a pain, then I would recommend that not to move right away. Try to bear with it maybe a few minutes. Try to observe the pain itself. If you have to describe this pain to the doctor, maybe the doctor asks you, okay, what kind of pain it is? So you have to describe to the doctor. See, the pain has many way of the pain. You can describe the pain like is it sharp shooting pain, or is it burning pain, or is it like a tingling pain, or it's like a very like excruciating pain. Somebody squeeze it, or somebody stab on it, or it's burning. So you can just think about it. If you are a doctor, try to describe it. How would you describe it? And then try to watch the intensity of the pain. Say from scale 1 to 10. So now maybe 5. Maybe you sit a little bit. Or maybe it's 7 now. And then it go back to 4. So you can basically try to look at it in terms of objectively. And you can see that the pain itself is changing all the time. Sometimes it's going up, and then going down. And sometimes if you have an experience of sitting too pain, sometimes this pain is going up, and then all of a sudden you learn how to let go of it, and then it's coming down and be very peaceful. You can sit for a long time, maybe hours and hours, without pain at all. If you have that experience, 1 or 2, then you will not fear of pains. So try to observe it. Pain is not, it's not solid. It's actually a lot of things. What you call pain is composed of many things. So you try to separate it out and then look at it objectively. That's one way of dealing with pain. But then you do that maybe for 5 or 10 minutes, and if it's getting worse, it can take from 4 to 5 to 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then 10, and then keeping 10 all the time. Okay, so you don't have to sit too plain. You can now I be mindful, and then let me move a little bit. Maybe you move your position a little bit, and then watch it again. Maybe it's go down to 8 to 7. So this is how you learn. You be mindful. You shift the posture, and you learn from it. And when I shift it, what is it like? Okay, so you learn to work with the pain. Maybe a little bit every day. So to sit longer. At the same time, you learn. You have a skillful means of dealing with pain. Okay, so next one. TT. Who is TT? When you sit, what happens to your mind? Are you able to sit still? Not really. So what happened? You hurt your back. Okay. The back is also the very important thing. When you sit meditate, make sure that your back is straight. If you keep your back is not straight, you hurt your back. You look at the skeleton in the back. You know who he is? Okay, คุณอนุพงษ์ from เชียงใหม่ So he's one of the very beautiful skeleton there. So you can take a look and look at the vertebrae. Like it's on top of each other, stacked on top of each. So if you tilt it, then the lumen, the space is getting less and less. So it's pinched on your nerve. So what you want to do is you want to have that kind of natural curve and keep it there, not to tilt it. So you can look at it and just kind of imagine what is it like if you tilt it. So that's why it's very important to keep your back straight. If you can't, then you can maybe use some book or some matchbox or something. Keep.
ฝาขวดก็ได้
Maybe something that you can keep like this. Just make sure that your head is parallel. It's not either down because the skull is quite heavy. Held down is compressed, so you have a back or neck pain. Okay, so try that. When you sit meditate next time, try to make it stable. Okay, who else? Win. Who is Win? Okay. When you meditate, what happened to your mind?
My leg hurt.
Your leg hurt.
It's a body.
Okay. The same problem. So you try to do the more exercise, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who else? Boom. Who is Boom? Okay. So it's good to do that because it helps keeping track of the mind. If you don't have any skillful mean, then you think all over the place and you're not really focused on that. If you do the counting, at least you can tell because my mind is maybe I can count up to 5 and then I lost. Okay, come back again. The next time you do better, maybe you can count to 6 or 7. So you have some measure of how good your mindfulness is. Okay, but if it come back again, just to make sure that outside the meditation time, what you do with your mind. See, if you're thinking so much, then when you sit meditate, you also bring the mind in, and make sure you purify your precept. If you break the precept, of course you can think a lot. So that's the thing that you're supposed to check your precept, and the time that you not meditate. When you do normal time, you try to be focused. When you sit meditate, it will help. Okay, who else? Chain. Okay. When you meditate, what happens to your mind?
A lot of thoughts coming out.
Okay. So how do you deal with it?
Just try to count.
Try to count. Is it help? How much can you count? How many?
Yeah, I can count like to 10 and back to 1, but in between there are many thoughts coming out.
Oh, okay. Even though you count, thoughts still come up.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you give some work for the mind. So rather than count 1 to 5 and up to 1 to 10, then you count back and forth like 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and then go back 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and then come back 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, and come back up to 8, up to 9, up to 10. And once you go to 10, you go backward. You go 1 to 9, 1 to 8, 1 to 7, 1 to 6, 1 to 5, and then 1 to 5 you go up again. Okay, so you can count, and then if you lost the count, then come back at 1 to 5 to start all over again. So if you can do this without mistake, 3 or 4 cycles, then you are very good. So you can drop the counting and just stay with the breathing. Okay, so try that next time. And when you counting, you want to be with the sensation, not with the counting. The counting is just helping you to stay with the sensation. Sometimes people lost, they not have any sensation anymore. They just keep on counting. That doesn't work. You have to be focused on the sensation. The counting is the skillful means for you to be with that. So when you're able to be with the sensation continuously, so the counting is not necessary. It's a burden actually. So you can drop it and then just stay with that, and you can feel the sensation. Okay, so try that next time. Okay, next one. Each. Somebody name each. It. Itchy. Okay, what happened to your meditation?
So when I was meditating, I thought about like a lot of things.
Think a lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you deal with that?
I did the thing towards to do when the pole thing, the climb up.
Okay, is it work?
Kinda.
Okay, so yeah, whatever skillful mean, you can think of the giant climbing up and down the pole, and this is the breathing. You will stay there. Okay, all right, very good. What else? Pete, with Pete.
So I tried breathing exercises that you told us to do.
Okay.
And for the most part they worked, but after like 5 minutes or so, I hurt my leg. So I got distracted and I couldn't focus on my breathing anymore.
Okay, so you can work on the stretching of the leg more. And like I say, if you have a pain, then maybe try to be with that. Just learn to be with it for a few minutes.
I tried to just stay for a little bit, but then I moved around everything.
Okay, if it's unbearable, maybe after you already try to work with it, then you can. It's okay. You can make a move and then notice when the pain go away or it change to a different kind of pain. Actually, the body is full of pain. It's all the time unless you are aware of it. Normally, because we're not aware of it, our mind is somewhere else. So the body is actually not really that you think it is. It have a lot of problem in itself. So because we sit and we have facing to look at the body, so the pain just pop up. But what happens when you watch the movie? You watch for 2 hours, not moving, right? Because your mind is somewhere else. You just pay attention with this pain. But when you sit there, nothing distracts them, then the pain pop up. So we just learn to be patient with it, be peacefully. First, actually, if it pain, then you just go back to your object, your breathing. Try not to ignore it altogether. Sometimes it's work. But if it come back again, it stay, then maybe you just focus on the pain. I say just look at the characteristic of the pain, intensity of the pain, and is it going anywhere, and just try to describe it and see the changing nature of the pain. So that might be helpful. Okay, who else? Pip, who is Pip?
My leg also hurts when after
Okay. So what do you do when your leg hurt? Change position. Okay. So maybe you can bear with it a few more minutes, okay, and look at all of these characteristics, and then if it's still pain, then you can shift. You learn how to shift already. Maybe sit from papier to sit cross-legged. In cross-legged, you can maybe switch the right on top of the left on top of the right. You can do that. Sometimes the mind just want to shut down because you're so painful. You just go to sleep. That's the easy way. So you have to be sharp and then okay. Now this is not the time for me to sleep, and the pain might come up. It's okay. Everybody have a pain. Let me learn how to be with my pain, because this is a good time to learn how to be with your pain, and it's not really that bad. And you sit for 15 minutes, the pain is not gonna be that much. So try to be okay. Make determination. I'm not gonna move for just 15 minutes. I'm not gonna die in 15 minutes, and then just learn to be that. If you have that determination, then it's easier for you to work with. Okay. Who else? We haven't said that. Boom, right? Ban. Okay, ban.
So I could keep my mind with the breathing for a few minutes, and then it was just like I couldn't. There was a lot of thoughts came up.
Okay. So what do you do with your thought?
So I try to keep my mind with the breathing again, but it didn't work.
So have you tried Buddha or counting?
No, I'll do it later.
Okay. So maybe you can try next time. See which one, because if you have to keep the mind a little bit more work. Maybe you too relaxed and your mind go all over the place. So you want to ground it with either Buddha, breathing in, Buddha, or you can counting 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay? So try it next time. Okay? Who else? Okay. Fin, right? Fin.
I could do the breathing for a few minutes and then I started hurting my neck.
Oh, okay. Same, yeah. See, everybody have a leg pain. So how do you deal with it?
I change position.
Change position. Okay. Maybe next time you can bear with a few minutes. Don't to shift it right away. Just to learn with the pain. Okay? And to be with the pain. Natural. The body is like that. When you have a body, it's pain. And then come back to the breathing. First thing, come back first. If it doesn't work, then you can work with the pain. Okay, who else? We haven't. What is your name? Jay. Oh, okay, Jay.
My thoughts kept wandering off.
Oh, okay. So, what do you notice? What kind of thought that you're wandering off? Is it some kind of the thing that you like to eat, or you think of your mother or your girlfriend, or what? What kind of thought?
Random stuff.
Huh?
Random stuff.
Okay. So it can be more. If you can be more specific about the thought, say if it's the craving for sensuality or sense pressure, then maybe it's good to be more mindful during the time, the regular times. And if it's the thought of ill will, you feel resentment, I should, maybe some friend, enemy or whatever, then you do some more metta. So this is the thing that you have to learn from your meditation. What is my thought that distract me? If it's the ill will thought, then you do some metta. Or if it's the craving in sensuality, things like that, you learn to be renunciate. You think about, okay, the fact that we come to the monastery is not much sensuality, no light and sound, no handphone, nothing that stimulates us. But because we have that in the past, so it's come up, it's flashing back. So we try to renounce, see the danger in that, and then see the benefit of having the place, quiet place to meditate. so that might be helpful. And then try the technique that I mentioned, counting or putto. Okay, so
before we end, can Ajahn conclude the 5 things that can come
okay,
up?
yeah, that's called hindrances. First thing when we meditate is the
so
thing
then
that
you can write down your notebook.
The thing that obstructs us, because it prevents us from achieving the peaceful state. It's called hindrances. In Thai, in Pali, it's called nivarana or niwan. It's obstruction, hindrances, prevent us from achieving the peacefulness. It's called sensuality, kama chanta. You can write it down. Kama chanta, sensuality, the tendency to dwell in something light, sound, taste, smell, nice. Sensuality, the soft thing, the thing that you enjoy, the sensual pleasure, is called kama chanta.
Kama chanta.
Kama chanta.
Sensual pleasure.
Sensual pleasure. Kama chanta. Can you spell it? Kamachanda. Kama chanta. Kamachanda. Kama chanta. Okay, so the meaning is sensual pleasure. To delight, to enjoy your mind. This is most of the time our mind enjoy that. Entertainment, the whole entertainment business live on that enjoyment. So normally when we enjoy sense pleasure, when we don't have that, it goes to the opposite. We go sleepy. So we stimulate a lot our mind. We stimulate this sensuality a lot. When we away from that, the mind shut off. You can see the people are running the mind, and then when they're exhausted, they're sleepy. Okay, so the second one is called ill will. Second hindrance is ill will. In Pali, it's called payapata. B-Y-A-P-A-D-A. Payapata. Second one is called ill will. The mind that is dislike, try to push away. The first one, we try to grasp on it, try to hold on. The second one, you try to push away. It's called ill will. Okay, and then the third one is called uttaja kukuja. Uttaja kukuja means restlessness, thinking a lot, wandering mind. It's called uttaja. And then kukuja is mean remorse. So we feel bad about that because the minds go all over the place. It doesn't go anywhere. Uttaja, U-C-C-H-A-J-J-A. Uttaja. C, U, uttaja, U, you see, uttaja, U-D, U-D-D-H-A. C-C-A, Taja, that's how you spell it in Pali. And then Kukuja, K-U, K-U, Kukut, T, Kukuja.
ต้องดูอินเทอร์เน็ต
Kukuja, and then C-A, Kukuja. So this is the sleep, restlessness mind. And number 4 is tinamita. Tinamita means sleepiness, drowsiness. Tinamita, T-H, long I, T-N-A. Okay, we finish here. We almost finished now. Okay. So, Tinamita. Mita, M-I-D-D-H-A, Mita. Kukuja, Uttaja, U-D-D-H-A, Uttaja. The meaning restlessness. and remorse, restlessness and remorse. Yeah, wandering thought. So it's called restlessness. Yeah, monkey mind. All over the place mind. And then tinamita, you got tinamita, sleepiness, drowsy. And then the last one is called vichikicha. Vichikicha means doubt. This is the worst one because when you doubt, then you say, "Oh, maybe I can't do it. It's too much for me. I didn't have a barami," and you quit doing it. So doubt is the worst one. Okay, doubt is vichikicha. Ji is C I vichikicha K K I kicha K I C C H A vichikicha.อันที่สอง ill will พยาปาทะ B Y A พยาปาทะ P A D A พยาปาทะพยาปาทะ ill will อันที่สามจะอุทธัจจะกุกุจจะอุทธัจจะกุกุจจะทีนมัทก่อนเหรอทีนมัท number 3 ทีนมิทะ number 4 อุทธัจจะกุกุจจะอันที่สามเหรออันที่สามทีนมิทะ first ทีนมิ T H I N A ทีนะ and มิทะ M I D D H A ทีนะมิทะSo this 5 thing is called hindrances, the obstruction. So when you want to meditate, when you want to be peaceful, when you want to cultivate wisdom, so this is Okay. First one is kama chanta. Kama chanta. Second one is called payapata. Third one tinamita. And then fourth one utthaja kukucca. And then the last one vichikicha. In Pali. Should have a blackboard, huh?
Paper.
Okay, so this is called Nivarana. 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 Five hindrances.
Yeah, Ajahn, we compete how to deal with that. Each one.
So the opposite of kamachanta is called nikkamma. จะองค์ฌานเหรอ องค์ฌานก็ได้
Okay, so then listen, Prajan. He will tell you how to overcome and deal with that each one hindrances.
Yeah, the opposite of these hindrances is called jhana factor. The jhana is to when your mind is still, then it will counteract each one. So the kamacchanta is opposite of ekakkhata, the one-pointed mind. Because the kamacchanta is usually is to go all over the place, it go here and there. But when you have one-pointedness, it will cut all of this sensual pressure. And then payapata then is counteract with piti. Piti is mean joy. So when you have a lot of ill will, you have to cultivate joy. Piti in Pali is called piti. Piti. And then not English, is Pali. Piti in English is mean pity, but is it in Pali it's called piti. ข้อหนึ่งเราตรงกันข้ามกับข้อหนึ่งก็คือเอกคัตตา one pointedness E K A G A เอกคัตตา T T A เอกคัตตาเอกะ mean one อัคคะ mean object of meditation. You have one pointedness. เอกคัตตากามฉันทะตรงข้ามกับเอกคัตตาเขียนภาษาไทยก็ได้นะเอกคัตตาแปลว่ามีอารมณ์อันเดียว one object of meditation. Okay, so number 3 is Tinamitta, right? Tinamitta is opposite of Tinamitta is vitak, right? Vitaka. Vitak is not in vitok in Thai. Vitok in vitaka in Pali is mean to lift the mind on the object of meditation. So you keeping the mind on, say, the breathing, then you always put the mind on the breathing all the time. It's the opposite of sleepiness. So when you sleepiness, your mind is drifting. You're not lifting the mind up. You're letting the mind sliding down. Lost consciousness. So you try to lift it up all the time. Lift it on the object of meditation, on the breathing, or whatever object of meditation that you stick on. Okay, and then third one, uttacca kukucca. Uttacca kukucca is opposite of what? Sukha. Sukha. So when you have happiness, you're not thinking. The fact that you're thinking here and there because you can't find happiness. The people who are happy, they don't think so much. They content with themselves. So the uttacca kukucca is opposite of sukha, of happiness. And the last one, vicikiccha, doubt, is opposite of vichara. Vichara means application of thought. Vicikiccha means you lost track. You think in the wrong way. But when you have vichara, then you keep sustaining. Vitakka, vichara go together. Vitakka, you keep the mind on the object, and vichara is keeping the mind on that object continuously. Okay, so this is the counteract. So when you get jhana, you abandon hindrances. If you get hindrances, you not get jhana. It's either way. It doesn't go together. So all this factor of jhana is 5 altogether, 5 factors. When you have these 5 factors come together, unite, the mind is one pointedness, and you become peaceful. Your mind will. You understand the teaching more when you're able to attain that jhana state. It's not easy. The people who are meditate not all of them can attain jhana. But if you can get it, then your confidence in the teaching of the Buddha is much more, and you're willing to go forward. Because the jhana, the happiness of jhana, is much higher than the happiness from sensual pressure. It's no match. If you just got one jhana, then you know that even the highest form of sensual pressure, it doesn't compare to the happiness from getting jhana. Okay, so อาจารย์จุมพรทำมาไหมครับ
มาแล้วครับ
Okay, so I think the next section is อาจารย์มหาจุมพร so you do the ending together and then let อาจารย์จุมพร
Okay, sending Vietnamese.
เขียนบันทึกที่นี่
อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภควาพุทธังภควันตังอะภิวาเทมิสวากขาโตภควตาธัมโมธัมมังนัมสสามิสุปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนะมามิ
คิดเลยว่าอยู่ที่ต่อท้ายอาจารย์อาจารย์เดี๋ยวกัน
ตัวแทน
ชลีวันทาอาทิวากินเนรไปก่อกวนชลีวันทาอาทิวา